This is Breaking News Now from today's TMJ4.
That breaking news now, flames and smoke coming from a tire shop on Milwaukee's north side. This fire has been burning for about an hour.
This shop is located near 32nd and Locust, right in the heart of Central City. Lauren Winfield is live at the scene, and we will check in with her later in the show with an update at 10 for this breaking news. Now at 6, what we're looking at right now is what will be here in just a few short hours. The snow swept through Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and it's making its way here. We're talking big picture here, and this could be the biggest snow that we've seen across the area this season.
Amelia is here with us to tell us where this is now and when it will reach us.
Thanks, guys. Yes, absolutely. This is going to be some of the biggest snow inches fall that we have seen this season. As you can see below in southern Wisconsin, we are going to get between 6 and 8 inches starting tonight and going into tomorrow. In Milwaukee, you can expect to see between 4 and 6, and then up in the northern areas 2 to 4 up close by West Bend, and then up in Fond du Lac and Sheboygan you can see 1 to 2 inches. Now this is going to start tonight. We are already seeing some of the snowfall move in from Iowa into Chicago, and it is moving our way, and we should start seeing some flurries probably around 10 o'clock tonight. So just beware, make sure you have plenty of supplies, and if you look for any delays, you can check our website.
Just to be safe. 911, what is the location of the emergency?
More than 200 calls came into the Waukesha County 911 Center between Saturday and Sunday afternoon. 23 of those calls were either a deadline or not reasons to call 911. Amelia Jones spent the day in Waukesha speaking with dispatchers about the influx of calls they've received.
And Amelia, you found that number goes up dramatically during snowstorms?
Yes, I did. During a major snowstorm, these dispatchers will take 3 or 4 more times 911 calls than normal. False alarms can cost them precious time.
Listen to this 911 call.
911, status of your emergency. Hello.
No one there. It's an accidental dial. One of 10 that came in here during 24 hours of snowfall last weekend. The caller was snowblowing.
We don't just assume there aren't any problems.
Dispatchers have to treat such calls as legitimate.
We put up a call for service and we send responders to those addresses.
Shift supervisor Christine Bannister says common calls during snowstorms include vehicles in ditches, disabled vehicles, and car crashes. Accidental dials divert first responders elsewhere.
We want to make sure that those priority emergencies are getting the right help as fast as we can get them there.
Non-emergency calls to 911 cause the same problem. They usually start with the caller saying this.
I don't have an emergency, but
13 of those came in over 24 hours last weekend. Some common ones, callers complaining of common power outages or reporting road conditions.
As a guideline, even during a snowstorm, you should only call 911 for emergencies threatening health, life, or property. You can also always call 211 for non-emergency help. Maggie?
Thanks for that, Amelia. Weather is also expected to have a major impact over Mitchell International Airport. You're taking a live look at the runways, and Amelia Jones joins us live where weather preparations are underway.
That's right, Maggie. A Southwest manager just told us they're already starting to cancel flights for tomorrow. With roughly 6 inches of snow in the forecast here at Mitchell International Airport, leaders say it's going to be all hands on deck.
Well, Mike and Ellen Bartel are all smiles to be flying south just in time before the storm hits.
We're grinning ear to ear. We're very excited.
It's 58 degrees warmer in Fort Lauderdale than it is in Milwaukee.
Mitchell International Airport crews are preparing for these snow piles to multiply. Assistant Airport Operations Manager Jim Grava says their #1 priority during a snowstorm is to keep the runway, taxiways, and parking lots clear of snow and ice for safe arrivals and departures.
In the heavier type of snow events, we may be taking the runway every 30 to 45 minutes.
That means dozens of maintenance employees will soon be working around the clock driving these plowing trucks in unison to clear the 2-mile-long runway that's 200 feet wide in less than 20 minutes.
There should not be any lengthy delays. Obviously, de-icing of the aircraft come into play, so there may be some delays on that side.
Grava says those who are flying out of Mitchell International tomorrow should check with their airline early and often for delays and cancellations.
They have my sympathy. It's been a tough winter already, and this is just going to add to it.
Airport crews say they will be ready to hit the runway by the time the first snowflake hits the ground tonight. Amelia Jones, today's TMJ4.
Nasty weather putting a damper on travel across the country. Here's a look at the misery map. 100 flights have been canceled or delayed. So if you're headed to the airport tomorrow, make sure to check ahead. A snowmobile crash in Dodge County leads to an OWI arrest. Deputies say a man was riding on the highway and private property. When he entered a plowed field, the man was thrown from his snowmobile. He has minor injuries and was arrested for OWI.
Right now, some municipalities have issued snow emergencies. Amelia Jones is live with what that means for you.
West Allis, Watertown, Greenfield, and Pleasant Prairie have already declared snow emergencies. Let's take a look at south where we're supposed to get the worst of it. Down in Pleasant Prairie, the emergency just started at 6 p.m., lasting until noon on Saturday. Greenfield's snow emergency also lasts until Saturday. Milwaukee's snow emergency starts tomorrow. This weather continues to develop. We will be following it throughout the night and into tomorrow. If you're wondering about closures, you can head over to tmj.com. Ariel?
Thank you, Amelia. The city of Elkhorn has issued a parking restriction starting at 9 o'clock. That could last up to 12 hours after the winter storm warning expires at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Other places have issued similar restrictions. Check your municipality to see if you're impacted. In Greenfield, the snow emergency will go into effect at 9 tonight and last until noon on Saturday.
There will be 119 salt trucks out tonight on Milwaukee streets. Crews will focus on the main roads first. There is no snow removal operation in effect tonight for Milwaukee. Most garbage and recycling has been suspended for tomorrow.
One of the few places where the snow seems like it never left is Burlington right now. That's because it hasn't been cleaned up from the last snowfall. Amelia Jones is live with more on why the city is holding off.
That's right, Ariel. The snow plows are all throughout downtown Burlington, and it's affecting how people walk and park down here.
The big piles are everywhere, in parking spots, sidewalks, and pushed to the side of the roads.
I made a few circles, around probably a good 10 minutes.
Longer than usual for Doris Hayes to find parking.
It is pretty rough finding a parking spot.
Some say the snow can't melt fast enough. It's also making it hard for people to walk.
My son almost slipped.
In a Facebook post, the city says snow removal is a high priority. But because of Mother Nature not cooperating, they have not been able to remove snow.
I want the warm weather to come.
Snow has hit this area 4 out of the last 6 days, and they expect more over the weekend. The city just asked for everyone to be patient because they plan to remove it all at once early next week. Crews will be plowing the streets tonight as part of their 20-hour response. Hayes says she'll feel buried under the snow, so she's planning to bunker down.
I just won't leave the house. I won't come into Burlington.
The Public Works Director tells me they normally remove snow a day or two after it falls, but it's been hard with these consecutive snow days. This decision has nothing to do with overtime or manpower. Amelia Jones, today, TMJ4.
We're going to be up extra early for you tomorrow. Tune into a special 3-hour edition of Live at Daybreak starting at 4 a.m. The crew will bring you the latest on the storm. The snow could force closings across your area, and you can stay up to date on those online at tmj4.com/closings. Still ahead on Live at 6, Olympic inspiration.
Next, the excitement building at the Pettit Ice Center as the Winter Games get underway.
We're continuing to stay on top of the incoming snow for you. This is a live look in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, where the snow is coming our way, falling now. Jessica Rickey will have more on the timing of the snow coming up. The city of Milwaukee has plans in place to handle the incoming snow, including plans for parking. Mayor Tom Barrett says the Department of Public Works is prepared for several messy days. Amelia Jones was at a media briefing that wrapped up within the past hour, and she's live on the east side with the latest.
Thanks, Maggie. Thousands of parking tickets were handed out last time it snowed. The city says their goal isn't to make money, it's to get the plows down. There are no parking regulations for tonight, so you can park anywhere. However, they do go into effect beginning tomorrow at 11, tomorrow night, and continue through February 10th. Friday, vehicles must park on the odd side or the street unless a sign says otherwise. Saturday, you'll need to park on the even side.
In particular, on the east side and the near south side, those entire aldermanic districts have two-sided parking allowed year-round, except for when we need to remove snow and ice. So that's what goes into effect tomorrow night.
You can sign up for parking alerts on the city's website. There are 119 trucks standing by to tackle the snow removal. Amelia Jones, today's TMJ4.
Earlier this week, we told you students at Bradford High School in Kenosha would get to perform for the cast of Hamilton. Take a listen to their performance. The students wrote a song about an event in U.S. history as part of a lesson. They were selected by the cast for their creativity.
The first controversy of the Olympic Games for the Americans.
Why one speed skater says a decision by the Team USA is dishonorable.
And next, could these local skaters be the next big Olympic stars?
We're still keeping an eye to the sky for you. This is a live look in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. That snow will be here soon, so make sure you're prepared.
Good morning, South Korea. It's just after 9 a.m. Friday in Pyeongchang right now. This is a live look at where the opening ceremonies will be held. You can watch that on Today TMJ4 tomorrow night at 7.
Coverage of the Winter Olympics starts tonight with one of the most popular events, figure skating.
Amelia Jones is live after talking to local figure skaters about their excitement.
We had the chance to watch two Marquette students today who both compete in the school's figure skating club, and they said the Winter Olympics usually call for a watch party with their fellow skaters.
Marquette students Tyra Yam and Pam Polinas say they're usually buried in homework.
Sometimes, if I don't leave campus, I'm always studying.
But getting out on the ice, even for just an hour, is their way to de-stress.
I really like the cold air just hitting my face. It's not like what's out there right now. It's really calming.
They've both been figure skating since they were kids. Pam is practicing for a competition this weekend in Minnesota.
I'm competing in international dance, so I'll be doing the silver samba.
And she's hoping to grab a little inspiration from Olympic figure skaters tonight.
It's just such an honor to watch them and have them represent our country and just see everyone around the world come together for this one event. As athletes, we look up to these Olympians in all their determination and their love for the sport, and it's just really cool to see everyone achieve their dreams and then see how they perform.
The only pair representing Team USA in figure skating this year is a married couple, and they will be the first married couple to compete in the U.S. in pairs since 1998. Amelia Jones, today's TMJ4.
Here's what's on TV tonight. The Olympic Zone is up next. Then figure skating and freestyle skiing start at 7. Then join us for more local news on Live at 10.
There's no excuse to miss any of the Winter Olympic action. Our special online section has been updated with medal counts, galleries, and we're tracking the movement of all the Wisconsin athletes. Just head to tmj4.com/Olympics. We'll be right back.
One of the first controversies of the Games involves speed skater Shani Davis. He is steamed because he was not chosen to be the U.S. flag bearer at tomorrow night's ceremony. The flag bearer will be a 4-time Olympic lunge athlete, Aaron Hamlin, who won a coin toss flip because of a 4-4 voting tie. Shani Davis tweeted, "I am an American, and when I won the 1,000 meters in 2010, I became the first American to two-peat in that event. Team USA dishonorably tossed a coin to decide its 2018 flag bearer. No problem, I can wait until 2022. Hashtag Black History Month 2018 and Pyeongchang 2018. Now for one of Shawnee's teammates, Mitch Whitmore, it's peaking at the right time going into the games and says the suits won't be weighing his skating down like the questions back in 2014.
Yeah, I think after Sochi, disaster, our staff and the skaters, we changed basically everything that we could. Obviously the suits are different now. We've been in the same suits that we, have raced in for the last couple seasons, and I think everybody's really happy with those. We stayed in Milwaukee and did a training camp there for 2 weeks, in which we tested last season, and everything worked really well there. And I think our staff has done a really good job of eliminating any distractions that we had last time.
And talk about a crazy story. Casey Angringa, born in Milwaukee, nearly died from a head injury. He lived in a camper this summer, and now he's competing for the U.S. in men's moguls.
This past summer, I decided that I needed to give it one last shot and kind of push everything into the middle. And so me and my brother moved into a pop-up camper in the woods in Steamboat, Colorado, just for no distractions, just so we could train every single day from sunrise to sundown and just focus everything we had on getting better at mogul skiing. And so we did, and it paid off because now I'm here.
The U.S. women's hockey team has a distinct Wisconsin flavor. 5 players have Wisconsin ties. This year, Team USA's goal will be the same as it's been since the sport was introduced in 1998. Beat Canada. Here's Rod Bugs.
The U.S. women's hockey team with another shot at gold in Pyeongchang. And this time around, they're looking to change past history, which is coming up short of bringing home gold.
Something our team's been working on since the last Olympics. Just that culture off the ice, that the right mentality, the buy-in, the accountability. It's something that doesn't happen overnight.
The last time the American women won gold on the ice was during the Winter Games back in 1998 when the sport debuted. The U.S. women played the game of their lives, knocking off the heavily favored Canadians. Since then, it's been old Canada, reigning supreme by winning 4 consecutive Olympic titles. In their last matchup, Team USA was 74 seconds away from gold until this happened. Canada went on to win the game and gold in overtime in Sochi.
The rivalry is intense. I mean, anytime we have a chance to play them, it's usually a 1-goal game. And so it's crazy to me that it's always a 1-goal game. I would say it's probably the most fun hockey that we get to play.
Personally, I felt like we've been the favorite and the team to beat for the last 8 years, but I'm a little biased. I think we realize how important it is to bring back a gold medal on the Olympic stage as well. So looking forward to that opportunity.
Rod Burks for today's TMJ4.
Starting tonight at 6:30, we've got all things Olympics for you on the Olympic Zone. Get the big stories of the day, profiles on local athletes, and a look ahead to the big events of the night. The Olympic Zone at 6:30 every Monday through Saturday during the Olympic Games. That's sports, and we are back after this. And we are back, and as you can see, the snow hasn't quite hit Milwaukee, but it is making its way toward us. So in the next couple hours, we should start to see some snowfalls. And again, in those southern regions, you are going to see 6 to 8 inches. In Milwaukee, we could see 4 to 6. Up north, you have more of a lesser chance with 2 to 4 inches, and then 1 to 2 up in Fond du Lac and Sheboygan.
Thanks for joining us at 6.
The Olympic Zone is next.